ladies, Larissa here at the Funky Buddha. We're going to talk about the pose of the month for May, which is so amazing, child's pose. So oftentimes we start class in child's pose, and today we're just going to talk about the many different ways you can take child's pose to feel something different in your body. So pretty traditionally, we do toes together, knees wide, and then everybody just kind of flops down into child's pose, which is great. The point is, in child's pose, to relax and to start to make a connection to your breath. So you don't really need to do a ton of work there, your knees shouldn't hurt. The whole idea is that you're making a connection to your breath, starting to let go of the millions of things that happened before class and are going to happen after class, and then you're just able to pay attention to what's happening right now. So that's the most important part. So play with these variations, but know that the most important part is you and your breathing. That's it. So the traditional child's pose, feet together, knees wide, you can actually go for a little bit more of a groin stretch by continuing to widen your knees. This is completely dependent on your flexibility. Your knees may be off your mat. Then when you drop forward into child's pose, for me, my chest presses down. You might find it's just your forehead, whatever's comfortable. But right now, I'm starting to feel a little bit of an inner groin stretch. So you may have to play with that, but your child's pose may look something like this then. So that's an option. Another option is to do the opposite, to bring your knees really close together and drape your body forward. You can do the traditional arms forward, but in this case, you can put yourself in a little kind of child's pose cocoon by palms up, dropping your forehead down, and just draping over your body. So this is a really nice way to relax and start to open your shoulder blades a little bit more. You get a little bit more of a doming action without having to do any work. So that might be a nice variation if you're trying to get some stretch through the tops of your shoulder blades, upper back. Another variation, if you want to start to look at side bodies, oftentimes we're doing side planks, we're doing high planks, we're doing all the chaturangas. We start to get tight in here. So another thing you can do in child's pose is start to stretch out the side of your body. You can do that in two ways. So I'll show you the blocks in just a second. The first way is simple. Take your child's pose like you would traditionally do, and then you literally move over to one side in order to get length on the other side. So I walk to the left, I'm lengthening out the right side of my body, and then to make it a little more active stretch, stack your right hand on top of your left and actively pull your right hip backwards to give you even more length. So you can just rest here, take a couple of deep breaths, and then you would do the exact same thing on the other side. You can just rest here and take some deep breaths, or you can activate it by pressing down and pulling back. So you can probably see that gives just a little bit of extra length there. So that's a way that you can lengthen side bodies. Another way to do that is you can take your blocks. Again, this is completely dependent on your flexibility. Play with it, ask for help in the studio. We love to help you guys with variations. You might do medium or low side, medium side, tall side. I'm gonna show you guys on the medium side. Got my blocks about shoulder width distance. I'm gonna bring them close enough so that my whole tricep is on the block, so my elbow is gonna be just at the end. So I'm gonna start like this, and I'm just gonna kind of wiggle my chest down, and I'm gonna let my chest drape down, hands up towards the ceiling. You can drop your hands this way, you can let them flop forward. Really, the elevation here and the dropping of your chest is gonna start to give you some more stretch through your armpit and down into your side. So many options to play with. Holler if you have any questions about it. But again, just a reminder, the point of child's pose is to connect you to your breath. So the nicest thing for you is just to drape down, take a couple of deep breaths. Please keep doing that. And then when you have questions, just holler. We're always here to help.